Okay, listen, for me, like watching from the sidelines, first 15-20 minutes, you're way better than them. Like, it was plain as the eyes can see, you were a far better side than them. Then you go down a goal, and it's like, and now we've come in at half-time, and it's sort of lucky that we're only 1-0 down, really. So just try and get back to how we were for the first 15-20 minutes, when it was kind of much more simple, playing it to feet, all the rest of it. Get in there, lads. So look, you know, you're playing for a place on Saturday here, so it's important. There's a lot at stake. So go for it and good luck, all right?
Right, boys, up for this.
Come on, lads.
With fire in our collective belly after my rousing team talk,
So they're well in, Darren.
the attractive play that Slough are renowned for starts to pay dividends.
God, we're all over them, lads. It's great.
Until that is Harrow score.
Oh, they just scored.
The massed ranks of Slough's barmy army are beginning to get a little restless.
By the way, look, substitutions, there's been one substitution and a complete change in formation. What more do you want?
A change in formation.
I'd like to see us do better than this, frankly, actually.
That's not a complete change in formation.
You're quibbling. Just watch the game. She's a girl. She doesn't know what she's on
Are you going to
about.
refund us for this?
She is right.
Fun though it is debating the minutiae of every single decision with the fans, quite frankly, the whistle couldn't come soon enough.
Well played, well played, well played.
We've lost 2-0 in my first big test as manager, and things, to be honest, are looking grim.
Disappointing first result, wasn't it?
I was more disappointed with your performance than the team's.
Really?
Yeah. I
Right.
thought that was the most unprofessional performance I've seen off a would-be manager I've ever seen.
In what way? Why?
Did burger, second half, on the bench.
Well, guys. Nice play.
You spent probably 3/4 of the game playing up to the crowd, and they were taking at you in the end, and I'm not having that. You know, it's professional pride. It doesn't matter what level you're working at. If you're working on a Sunday morning, if you lose, you've got to be gutted.
Yeah.
You know, if it doesn't hurt you, then just don't do it.
Yeah.
And tonight I was embarrassed. Seriously, because I've always prided myself on being a professional.
Yeah.
You know, and the people around me should be professionals.
Yeah.
And you've not been a professional tonight. And, you know, I'll go as far as to say that if that's how you're going to perform this week, don't forget about it. Come Saturday. Because I ain't letting you anywhere near the team.
Management can be the loneliest job in the world. To me right now though, that feels like a colossal understatement. My team are despairing, my only ally, Eddie, thinks I'm a fool. And in 3 days' time, there's going to be a near riot on the terraces if I up and send Slough Town straight into a relegation battle. I thought this would be fun. It's turning into a bloody nightmare. Not just for me, but for everyone involved. In my worldwide quest to discover the true essence of manhood, I've signed up to one of the most stressful jobs in the country. I've become a football manager, attempting over the period of 1 week to prevent 100-year-old Slough Town FC from slipping into the relegation zone of the Ryman's League. Play good football! After a disastrous start, losing a reserves match 2-0, pretty much everyone at the club thinks I'm a prat. And with only 2 days to go until the all-important 6-pointer, I'm struggling to justify any argument to the contrary. First though, I've got to try and appease Slough Town's dedicated and rather passionate fans. The deadline is fast approaching for the manager's programme notes for the big game. The trouble is, never having actually written anything like this before, I'm struggling to find the right words. But then I get it. This is for the fans. This is their club that they've supported through thick and thin, even without a stadium to call their own. And it's about the players. Some of these young lads have full professional careers ahead of them. After my fiasco with the reserves team, Eddie has decided to give me one more chance. But after letting him down so badly, I feel first we need to try and rebuild some bridges.
One of the players saw my AH, which stands for my name, and they said, "What's that stand for?" I mean...
Do you think that's what he was thinking, though?
I hope it was said in jest, and it was like, you know, we're mates, you know what I mean? That...
Yeah, possibly. But it's early days, you know, and as I say, you know, you've got to assert yourself a bit more. you know, in your presence. You've got to, you know, it's not about puffing your chest out on the big iron, but it's just about walking a bit taller.
Okay, guys, do you want to just gather round?
I need to get the team's attention and so set up an exercise to evaluate their ball control at speed.
What we're going to do, a little exercise here. So 5 defenders, 5 attackers. So 5 defenders this end, 5 attackers that end. And good control. He needs to keep going. Chopper, keep going, mate. Once you made the move, keep going for A.
Time to lead by
So
example.
you want to be more like... Do you know what I mean? So that's what we're looking for.
We don't need to tell them it was a complete fluke though, do we?
That's better, Chopper.
That's it. Now doing it with a little bit of pace.
And even Westy seems to approve.
That's the way. That's an explosive pace. Okay, guys, now 5 aside.
3 days after I took the reins at Slough Town FC, things are finally coming together for Saturday's crucial match against Folkestone and Victor.
As far as that old guy with ginger hair walking with the blue cones there, he's got no chance.
Set pieces can turn a game in a second, so while the rest of the team get changed, I take my dead ball specialists, Chopper, Woody and G, through their paces.
Okay, what I'm going to do, okay, flick up and volley, okay? Okay, that nearly works. Okay, listen, you don't get extra points if it bounces. Guys, just watch, and this is how I want you to do it. Okay, Chopper. Let's have some of that. Okay?
Alright.
Let's give it some balls. That's a lovely goal. Lovely, lovely goal. That's the way. Come on, hit it. Do me a... Right. Right, Woody. Woody. Obviously,
I'm not being funny, mate, but you can't do nothing with the ball there. You've got to let it come down. If you want to do volley it there.
Do us a favour.
Go on, go for it.
Listen. Aim your ears and hear the words volley, okay? That's a half volley we're talking. That's a one bounce. I'm surprised you didn't let it bounce twice.
Yeah,
I said volley. When I say volley, I mean
I
volley.
want the ball in front of me then.
Don't swear at the gaffer, right? Oi, I don't mind you swearing amongst yourselves.
I want the ball in front of me, Gav.
Okay,
Simple
all right,
as that, mate.
Okay, there you go. Beautiful. All right?
Yes, mate.
All right?
Yeah.
Sorted.